all the counterfeits that the enemy does is directly related to the truth of God. And this beautiful truth that when we dive into it, it's so encouraging because we see how awesome God's truth is. And so God tells us that there's going to be an image of the beast that'll be given breath and given the power to kill during the final 3.5 years of the tribulation. So that was a real mystery in the past, like most of these things that we've been talking about. Think Israel, even 100 years ago, was a mystery. How she would be reborn, how there would be a nation now. That's recent, that's no longer seeming impossible. The thought of the two witnesses, that you could be able to see them at all times, that seemed impossible, but now it makes sense. A lot of the things that are happening right now, because we're so close, it's coming into focus. So, that was a mystery too. How could an image be given breath to speak and control to the point where it could kill those who do not comply? That seemed impossible just short years ago, but now it's all starting to make sense. It all makes sense now. And we can see that AI is capable of doing exactly that. And it's already doing it on a smaller scale. And it's set up to be able to do that globally. So, like we did in the past, we're going to count these counterfeit studies. We're going to look at the original. And I think you guys are going to really be encouraged when we look at the original and we see just, oh my goodness, we just have so much to look forward to. Um, the work of God, what work of God is Satan trying to counterfeit? And, we've already talked about that. He's trying to counterfeit the image of God that God put in us. Again, Genesis 1:26 through 27. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. And so, we were made in the image of God. And that doesn't mean, of course, that we look like God. That's not what image means. Image means reflecting the character and the glory of our Creator. We were created to be in a relationship with the perfect God and reflect Him. It's all about God being our center and being the very reason for our being. And I think sometimes we lose that, even though man was created in the image of God, that image was horribly marred. That image was polluted by sin. When man fell, the image was polluted to where now we have this problem of, instead of reflecting the glory and the character of God, we want to conform God to our image. We want to try to make God like us.